A24 has quickly grown to become one of the most popular and influential production companies around. What better way to show my love than watching A24 films for 24 hours straight? I've handpicked a bunch of A24 releases that I still have not seen, and starting at 10 a.m., first up I watched The Witch from Robert Eggers. I was totally awake for this one. It was only the start of the day, so I was able to really get invested into this 2-hour folktale. I know I'm just starting play on Moonlight, but I gotta say, The Witch, for the very first time, I don't necessarily love it, but out of all of Robert Eggers' films, it is most definitely my favorite. So, let's get into Moonlight. So I'm about 20-30 minutes into Moonlight. I'm really digging it so far, and we are 2 hours down. We've got 22 hours to go. Alright, we are now finished with Moonlight, which I gotta say was absolutely fantastic. I don't know if it's a film I'm going to rewatch, just because I feel like I've gotten everything that I personally could get from the film. Kind of same feelings as for The Witch. I do think if I had to pick one over the other, I probably would watch The Witch, but it really just could be a coin toss at the end of the day. So moving on after that, I'm switching over from the projector onto my computer screen so I can sit up for a little bit and yeah, just give my eyes a little bit something different to look at because I'm going to be looking at a screen for the next 21 hours or so. So let's get started with movie number 3, which is After Sun from 2022. Very excited to check this out.
No, you're not twisting, you're just pulling.
Okay, so I'm about 40 minutes into After Sun, and I can say right now I'm not too huge on it. The performances are fantastic. Everybody's fantastic casting-wise. The actual, the cinematography is fantastic. Everything about this movie is great. It's just that I'm not personally invested, which kind of sucks. But, got one more hour left, so hoping things turn around. And we are just now soon to be crossing the 4-hour mark. 20 hours left to go. Alright, so I am officially done with After Sun, and I kind of take back what I said. The first 35 minutes I still don't think sat well with me. I think this would have been an awesome 60-minute, just flat 60-minute film, but I also think that with that build-up, the ending hits a lot harder. Yeah, I'm a little choked up when I didn't expect to be. That's a very unique film for being a very simple story. And I think that the last shot of this film is going to get people. That's specifically where I choked up a little bit. I'm not crying, no tears or anything like that. So it didn't
Jesus Christ
get me fully, but it was a very well-made film. Now is technically my first break of the day. Yes, I've broken this up into 5 11-minute breaks throughout the day because of the specific runtimes that I have to deal with, and so I kind of just want to press play on the next film. I'm going to go get some snacks first. Alright, I just took a quick lunch. Now I'm seated for my 4th movie of the day, which is going to be The Green Knight.
Off with your head.
Okay, I just finished The Green Knight, and out of the 4 films that I've seen today, that is by far my favorite that I've seen, and actually one that I think I want to purchase. I really, really enjoyed The Green Knight. I could possibly take a little break right now, but I think I'm going to go ahead and skip on to the next movie. Moving on to movie number 5, I'm watching The Killing of a Sacred Deer. This is just the opening of the movie. Have you guys seen this? Oh, God, Jesus Christ, why do I keep looking back?
What the fuck?
Just finished The Killing of a Sacred Deer. That movie was absolutely insane. So far, I think it is easily in the top 2 of the first 5 films that I've seen today. Next up is Under the Silver Lake, starring Andrew Garfield.
He was said to have been jealous of animals.
Just finished movie number 6, which was Under the Silver Lake, starring Andrew Garfield, which was absolutely probably the most bizarre film that I've seen today, which out of the 6 films that I've seen so far, there's been some pretty bizarre options. Next up, we have a very weird one with Saint Maud. So So I just finished Saint Maud. That movie was absolutely nuts. I can't believe I didn't finish it the first time. Although I'm glad that I waited because it was just so bizarre. And I don't know if I'll purchase it, but I will definitely check out whatever Rose Glass does next, as well as definitely just rewatching it in the future. Moving on to movie number 8, we're watching Climax. By the time I pressed play on Climax, I was starting to get really tired, but just kept pushing through by doing anything I could to keep myself awake. This song is also forever in my head. It is 2:10 in the morning, and I'm about to press play on the 9th movie of the night with A Ghost Story. I was absolutely dead by this point. I'm surprised I even made it through another film after watching Climax. A Ghost Story was even harder to get through simply because I was in such a blur after finishing Climax.
I'm so tired, but I'm still enjoying this at the same time. I'm not dreading it, but I am tired.
At this point, I have no recollection what I was trying to communicate or what I was even thinking.
Moving on to movie number 10.
Starting Marcel the Shell after Climax and A Ghost Story was a good idea, personally just because it helped boost my mood a little bit. Those were two darker films. As for Marcel, it is such a heartfelt, relaxing movie with tons of great comedy. I personally feel like my experience was amplified due to me being so tired that all of the emotional moments just hit a lot harder than they probably regularly would have. I was laughing at nearly every joke, and I did tear up about 2 to 3 times, which I never expected from a movie about a shell. Last but not least, the 11th A24 film in 24 hours is Minari. I did doze off for about 10 minutes of Marcel the Shell, and so to finish the rest of the 24 hours, I forced myself to watch something with subtitles. That way I absolutely had to focus. Minari is one of the best films released this decade, with amazing performances all around. For someone that is not an immigrant, this film really got me emotional. I couldn't even begin to imagine how impactful this film must be to audience members that either are immigrants themselves or have family that's migrated. And that's it. I watched 11 A24 films in 24 hours. Here is my ranking of all 11 films from my most to least favorite. I would rewatch all of these films at some point, but I have to give props to the top 3 films for really catching me off guard. I had a blast making this video. I got to dive into a bunch of unique films, and I hope you all enjoyed. Please let me know your favorite A24 film down in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later.